Welcome back to Golden Stories, where justice always has a sense of humor and karma never misses her cue. Now imagine serving your country for 30 years, commanding fleets across oceans, only to retire and get bossed around by two wannabe mall cops with clipboards. That's exactly what happened to Admiral Jake Reynolds. Calm, decorated, disciplined, until he met Bob and Carol, the self-proclaimed HOA police of Maple Breeze Estates. Jake had just settled into his porch, coffee in hand, flag waving proudly, when Bob strutted up in aviator sunglasses and cargo shorts like he was leading an invasion. "Sir," he barked, "your flag isn't regulation height." Jake didn't even blink. "You mean the same flag I bled for?" Carol, standing beside him with the smugness of someone who thinks clipboards equal power, added, "That'll be a $75 fine per day." Jake just smiled, the kind of slow, dangerous smile that says, "I've sunk bigger ships than this." But these two didn't notice. They scribbled fake violations faster than seagulls fighting over fries. By Friday, Jake had been fined for grass length, unauthorized bird feeding, and my personal favorite, smiling in a sarcastic tone. Neighbors whispered, phones recorded, and Bob strutted like a man who'd conquered evil, not realizing he'd just picked a fight with a retired Navy admiral who once negotiated peace treaties and occasionally started wars. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because things are about to get spicy. The next week, Maple Breeze Estates looked like a low-budget reality show titled When Bored Retirees Go Rogue. Bob and Carol doubled down on their nonsense. Jake couldn't so much as trim his rose bushes without a new violation notice taped to his door like a scarlet letter. One morning, Carol even took a photo of his lawn, measuring the grass with a ruler, like she was gathering evidence for the Supreme Court. Jake didn't yell, didn't argue. He just gave her that same calm Navy stare, the kind that used to make junior officers sweat. When Bob sent a fine for overly patriotic porch lighting, Jake actually laughed so hard he spilled his coffee. Overly patriotic? What's next? Breathing too Americanly? But things turned ugly fast. Neighbors started whispering about how Bob only fines certain people, the immigrants, the black residents, anyone who didn't fit his picture-perfect community. Mrs. Jackson, a sweet retired teacher, got fined for decorative plants. Mr. Alvarez for too many family visitors. Jake saw the pattern. This wasn't about lawns, it was about control. Still, he played it cool. Patience was a weapon, and Admiral Reynolds never attacked without intel. He knew one thing for sure: bullies always underestimate calm men. If you were Jake, would you fight back right away or stay silent and gather proof first? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're feeling the tension brewing. Jake's patience finally paid off during bingo night at the community center, a place where gossip traveled faster than Wi-Fi. Mrs. Patel, a sharp-tongued, sweet old lady with glasses thicker than her accent, leaned over mid-game and whispered, "You're not the only one they fine, Admiral. Bob and Carol run this HOA like a dictatorship. Their nephew owns the landscaping company, the same one they force us to hire." Jake raised an eyebrow. "So they find people, then make them pay their nephew to fix it?" She nodded, smirking. "A family business of corruption." Jake grinned like a man who just spotted enemy ships on radar. That night, the quiet veteran turned into a one-man intelligence agency. Laptop open, records pulled, bylaws downloaded. It was Operation Neighborhood Justice. He cross-checked invoices, traced payments, even found emails labeled "cleanup report," charge extra for non-compliant residents. And it got worse. Every single non-compliant homeowner was either black, brown, or just different. The realization burned slow and deep. Jake muttered to himself, "You've been flying your little racist flag under my nose, huh? Time to raise mine higher." He printed everything, page by page, evidence stacking like ammo. Calm as ever, he smiled and whispered, "Tomorrow, we go to war, HOA edition." If you're enjoying how Jake's setting up this quiet storm, hit that like button and tell me, what would you do if you caught your HOA running a racist scam? The next HOA meeting was supposed to be business as usual, coffee, cookies, and Bob pretending to be the sheriff of suburbia. But not today. Jake arrived early, crisp shirt, folder under his arm, eyes calm like a man about to drop anchor on destiny. Bob swaggered in with his Amazon badge, Carol clicking behind him in kitten heels sharp enough to slice egos. "Mr. Reynolds," Bob started, "we're here to discuss your unpaid fines." Jake raised a hand, his tone smooth but commanding. "Before we do that, let's discuss your unpaid morals." He tapped a button and the projector flickered to life. The room went silent. Emails, bank statements, HOA minutes, proof that every fine, every violation was part of their racist little empire. The nephew's name was everywhere. Jake narrated it like a courtroom drama, calm, crisp, devastating. While you were busy policing my lawn, I was auditing your crimes. Carol turned pale. Bob stammered, "You can't show this." "Oh, I can," Jake said with that slow admiral smile, "and I already sent it to the State Housing Board and the IRS. The room erupted, gasps, laughter, even a standing ovation from the same people Bob had bullied. Within a week, the HOA was dissolved and the officers were being investigated. Jake hosted a barbecue the next weekend. Flags waved, grills smoked, and justice sizzled. "Calm," he said. "Raising a glass doesn't mean weak. Silence doesn't mean surrender." Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Golden Stories, where karma always finds its way home.